Hello, welcome to another cooking video. Hope you enjoy. As usual, I'm going to cut out the bits where I actually cook it to save time. And here we go. Yo, you've got to hear this. That bastard Himas Tia is depressed. Ain't it just grand? Captain Rosen bade I invent a new kind of soup, you see, and so goes off and makes this fancy arse-chilled pottage. When it's ready, he serves it to her smug as he pleases. But the instant she tastes it, her face goes dark and she says, "What the hell's this slop?" "Oh, it was bleeding glorious," I tells he. Unfortunately, my pleasure was short-lived, for the captain then fixed her gaze on me. She ordered me to think up a piping hot soup, fairly barking as she did so. Until we make her something to her satisfaction, I fear she'll remain in a foul mood. Though she has her own place, Captain Roserun often dines in Bismarck in secret. I dare say Master Lingseth has a good grasp of her preferences. Could you please find out from him a soup she is certain to like, then prepare it for her? Well, hello there, yo. Your contest preparations coming along well, so I hear. Seeing you're at it takes me back, it does. In my younger days, I participated in nigh every edition of the Del Monte or why not enter again, ye ask? Truth be told, I was sorely tempted, but me competing days far behind me. Besides, I don't like me chances with you around. Any road, was there something you need? Captain Roserin's aching for a piping hot soup, eh? Hardly surprising how late the woman's been fairly obsessed with this Scardian cuisine. And that's all I can tell you. Sorry for being sparse with the details, lass, but if he wants to know more, you'll have to ask the good captain herself. Going to the wrong place. There we go. I can navigate. Me, obsessed with the Ishgardian cuisine? Nah, never. Heard nothing more ridiculous. I wouldn't be caught dead sharing an interest with Carvalian, much less study up on Ishgardian soups for the purity puffy-shirted fop. Ah, bugger me. Alright, I'll tell you everything. I'm trying to set a trap for Carvalian. The plan is to lure the bastard over with his favorite dish and ply him with a drink. And when he lowers his guard, I do for him. Ye so much as breathe a word of this to anyone, I'll cut your blabbing tongue and have it served in a stew. Huh. Seeing as you're now in on the plan, I might as well make use of ye. I want you to go to Caravan and ask for the best Ishgardian chef around. Once you got a name, find the fellow and have him teach you how to make traditional Ishgardian soup. Acting at Meliko's behest, you say, "Aye, well, do this for me, and I'll consider her task fulfilled." Now, you'll find Carvelian at the seventh stage. Here's a bag of coin to help loosen his tongue. You wish to know the name of the best guardian chef in the land. I struggle to comprehend why you would ask me of this, of all questions. I find my interest in your motive suddenly waning. Seems unlikely that this knowledge can be used to make mischief. So very well. As a well-traveled adventurer, you will no doubtless be familiar with House Doriander of Ishgard. Its head chef is said to be the foremost authority in the cuisine of his native land. In seeking him out, aside from the obvious signs such as garb, look for a golden bell upon his breast. It is the sigil of the house he serves. You wish to know his name? Ah, but where would be the fun in that? Now, as an accomplished culinarian, you will most certainly have a taste for fine wines. When you meet the man, make him a gift of this bottle of Lomani Red. Say that it comes from an admirer of the seas. There's quite a view over here. Wait a minute. That's actually legit. Like, that's like what's supposed to be there. That's cool. Indeed, I am the head chef of House Doriander. What is it you require of me? By the Fury, seldom do we enjoy fine vintages such as this. I was not aware that I had admirers, let alone that they are so widespread as to be found in Limsa Limonza. You wish to learn a recipe from a traditional Ishgardian soup. You will find none more ubiquitous than beet soup. It graces the tables of all Ishgardians, warming the hearts and stomachs of lowborn and highborn alike. The ingredients, chief among which is the magma beet, are sliced and sauteed, after which the broth is added along with the seasoning. The concentration is then allowed to simmer until everything is stewed together and the broth takes on a rich crimson hue. Now, there are as many variations of the soup as there are people who make it. Excuse me. But the one nearest to my heart is that which my dear mother used to make. I was sickly as a child, you see, and she would add copious amounts of vegetables in the hopes that I would grow strong. Through her cooking, I felt her love, and everything tasted all the better for it. Call me a sentimental fool, but it is my belief that love is an essential ingredient in every dish. A final note, for those guardians of means, beet soup is typically served alongside a casserole and grilled sweet fish. I hope this information serves you well. My thanks again for the wine. Oh. Okay. I will be back with food. Okay. I got the food. Crafted it myself. Let's turn in this quest. Ah, there you are, yo. You were gone for so long, I was beginning to worry. Tell me, were you able to find the soup to please Captain Rosewind? Thank you so much. So this is the dish that she'll use to lure Cavalarian over with. I know all about her plan. It's hard not to hear Captain's impassioned rants when you're standing right outside the door. I won't mention this to her, though. To think that she's still at it, going after Cavalarian, that is. When will she own up to her feelings? Stubborn as she is, she probably never. At any rate, we shouldn't keep her waiting. Let's have her sample your handiwork, shall we? This soup's bleeding amazing. It tastes like Om, even though I've never tasted it till now. How the else did you make it? Let me get this straight. The secret ingredient is love? Sorta makes sense the way he puts it. Makeko, go and let him Sastia know I want him to master this soup. Aye aye, Captain. When will let go own up to her feelings? She's right moody after him asks. Tia, yet here she is trying to bring him down. I know all about her plan. I mean, how couldn't I when she rants about him right outside the door with a voice what'll wake the dead? Me, I don't give two shites about the contest, but I can't help but worry for Mexico. Seems to me she hasn't thought things through. Nice. Doubtless you're wondering what became of Captain Rosalind's plot. Well, shortly after you left, she invited Caravalian to her ship after dinner. Alas, he was suspicious of her intent from the first, and refused to put anything in his mouth. He just sat there, poking and prodding his meal. God, what a bloody waste. For all of her talk of offing him, it wasn't a trap at all. If only she weren't so goddamn proud and stubborn. And that's the only news I have to share. Ah, right, Lingziath was looking for you. You seem to be in a spot of bother, so you had best go and see what's afoot. Cool lamb. Alright. Thanks for coming, yo. I realize you're busy preparing for the contest and all, but I need your help with something. You see, Master Delmont's due to come and inspect the Bismarck. I don't doubt you see the connection, but he's the founder of the contest and a living legend of cooking. But most importantly for you, also the judge. Any road, I've got me hands full trying to sort the place out before Master Delmont arrives. Thing is, an old friend of mine is coming to dine any moment now, but I can't peel myself away from me work long enough to look after him. I'd be obliged if you could prepare his meal in me stead. The man's loved meat since he was a young pirate, but age has taken its soul and he's got hardly any teeth left. That being the case, I want you to cook him something what meaty but tender, a nice serving of cocktrace meatballs, say. Thanks in advance, yo. What a name. Oh. Okay. And I'll be back in a second with the food. Well, here I am. Got the food. Let's turn in this quest. Oh, how's the rice meatballs coming along? Your friend will be here any moment now. Welcome to Bismarck, Master Delmont. We're honored by your visit. You must be Lingslath's foremost student. I have heard much and more about your exploits. but you are in the midst of serving a customer. Pray do not mind me. So, how do you like it, old friend? It's so tender, it's crumblish in my mouth, but it's still got everything I love about meat. The taste, the texture, the journalishness. That's all. That's to say, I love it. He was the captain of his own ship back in the day. Was a strong ox too, but age robbed him of his strength, along with most of his teeth, and he couldn't eat all the stuff he loved no more. Seeing him happy like that brings a tear to me eye. Thank ye, yo. I am pleased to see that all is smooth sailing at the Bismarck. Master Delmon, it's been a while. I was told you'd be visiting this day and I wish to pay my respects. Ah, if it isn't the reigning champion. You surpassed all expectations last time, and I fully expect that you will do so again. Huh. Who do you think you're fooling with that false modesty? You're participating in the Delmont or Deor too, yes? Do yourself a favor. Don't bother preparing a speech. You won't get a chance to use it. Why, you arrogant. Yo's the guild's best culinarian, I'll have you know. We've got nothing on her. So, Yo competes for the honor of the guild. Duh. That's all well and good, but how about we compete for something more tangible? This restaurant, for instance. Done. But if you lose, you've got to swear to give up being a culinarian. Master Delmont, may we ask you to stand as witness to this agreement? A restaurant and a calling. Such high stakes will serve to leaven up the contest. I look forward to seeing how this will unfold. I didn't just imagine that, did I? Melco wagering the Bismarck on your winning the Delmont d'Or. Not to say that I don't believe any last, but this is place. But this place ain't. It's just a wager. Ah, God's bloody damn it. Last of the heavens were. It's begun, yo. The Delmont d'Or. In case you didn't already know, Master Delmont is notoriously difficult to impress. In the entire history of the contest, no one has ever been awarded the full 10 points, and even respected chefs typically get only 4. This time, I believe it will be a 2 chocobo race between you and Hemistia. Now then, before we do all else, you'll need to know the particulars such as the main ingredient and theme. Please go to the Bismarck and have them from Master Delmont. Still, that's probably a different person. Triple Triad might be a fun thing to get into. There you are, my friend. According to the registry, you are our final contestant. This year, your main ingredient is meat. It matters not what kind, this is to be used in the main course, which you must present with an appetizer and a dessert. As for the theme, it is hospitality. Prepare your dishes in the spirit of this theme, then present them to the council member yonder. Best of luck to you. Meat and hospitality. Bugger, this is a tough one. The main ingredient is as broad as they come, and the theme is abstract to boot. It worries me that you're the last contestant. Among other things, Master Delmont is famous for his bottomless stomach, but even he would be hard-pressed to keep his appetite whetted after endless plates of meat. Well, I suppose we'll just have to trust his objectivity. Now then, what do we have in mind for an appetizer? Ah, indeed. In which case, I believe mushrooms are a sound choice. Yes, let's go with light and refreshing moral salad. Moving on, what will you do for the all-important main course? What would fit the bill? Ah, I have it. Deep-fried okians. Now for this dish, the breeding is the key to success. Breading. But it's also very difficult to get right. Please ensure that this turns out light and crisp. And last but not least, the dessert. Your sawmill tart was well received. What do you think about making it again? Ah, so something that can be enjoyed even on a full stomach. In which case, I wholeheartedly recommend a serving of marron glace. And with that, our course is decided. The rest is up to you, yo. When you have prepared all 3 dishes, present them to the contest council member at the Bismarck. I shall pray for your success. Okay. And I'll be back with food. And I have returned with food in hand, ready to complete the Heavensward. Heavensward culinarian job quest. Here we go. If your dishes are ready, I shall lay them out for Master Delmont. I was just awarded the highest score in the history of Del Monte, or the Bismarck is as good as mine. Aren't you getting ahead of yourself? Yo can still beat your 9 bloody points. Ah, Master Delmont will never award a perfect 10. It would be tantamount to declaring that his legend has been surpassed, not a decision to be made lightly. Without further ado, Mr. Delmont, the score if you would. 8 points, meaning that the victory goes to... No, it's 9 points. We have a tie at the highest score ever awarded. Perfect 10. We have a winner, Yo-san, with the perfect 10 in history. How can this be? Master Delmont, you were shaking your head. It was not out of disappointment, I assure you. Nay, I was simply coming to terms with reality. The reality that a culinarian has finally appeared who surpasses me. What the fuck? First of all, the appetizer. After a long day of judging, the mushrooms helped to absorb the grease that had collected in my stomach, giving it a new lease on life, an act of consideration worthy of the most devoted of mothers. Then came the main course, sinking my teeth into the breading, delightfully light and crisp. My tongue was greeted with a harmony of flavors, which bursts forth from the succulent cut of okians beneath. That great love went into making it tender was plain to my senses. And finally, dessert. Truth be told, this time I was ripe to burst, but compact as it was, I could comfortably squeeze in the Marin's glace, whose concentrated sweetness served as the perfect accent to a wonderful meal. From the first bite to the last, I felt the spirit of hospitality. This reminds me of Food Wars. Can't say I was expecting this. In the end, it was Yo's interpretation of the theme which divided her from the field. Rather than striving to astonish with her handiwork, she kept the dinner foremost in her mind. Consideration worthy of the most devoted mother. This is something you learn through the Ishgardian beet soup. And it seems to me you made cooking the Okians especially tender by marinating it like when you made the cockatrice meatballs for me friend. Hamastia, your dishes were magnificent, make no mistake. None could doubt the great skill went in that great skill went into their creation. However, more so than a thing to be created, food is a thing to be eaten. You had forgotten this, and it made all the difference. I've lost. As promised, I'll give up being a culinarian. Masby, wait. Congratulations, my friend, and thank you. For the first time in a long while, I have tasted food that satisfied not only my senses, but my soul as well. I look forward to seeing you again, not as a judge and contestant, but as peers. Woo, the Bismarck's safe thanks to you. If Mel Coco puts the same shite again, pulls the same shite again though, I'm throwing her off the upper decks. But speaking of the girl, might be you should check up on her and old Hamastia. They went off in the direction of the missing member. Damn, she's still playing Triple Triad. That one must be hard. Ukulele, You can't just give up. But you're the one who wanted me to. You made me swear it. I only did it because you were shirking your duties. I want the old Masabi back. The one who'd work at is cooking every waking moment. Full of a lafafel. I was shirking so that I could prepare for the contest in secret. I didn't want to betray any hint of effort to my rivals. The unassailable champion. That's the aura I wanted to exude. So dreamy. I beg you, Mahasi, don't give up being a culinarian. I can't bear the thought of not being able to eat your cooking no more. Well, if my Melly belly insists, I suppose there's nothing for it but to keep doing what I do best. Well, you keep it down, roll at a gutful of your lover's farce. So you didn't win. That's too bad. What do you intend to do now? Captain, if you will permit it, I would beg leave of your service for a time. This adventurer possesses something I do not, and journeying the realm as she does, I hope that I will come to possess it as well. If that's what you want, then I won't stop you. What about Mel Coco here? You just gonna leave her behind? you make her cry, I won't hesitate to make this place live up to its name. I must leave your side for a while, Melly Belly, but upon my honor, I swear that I'll return to you and make you proud. I know you will, Massy B. I'll wait for you, forever and a day. Finally, some peace and quiet. I owe you an apology, yo. It was wrong of me to embroil you in my personal affairs. But it wasn't all too bad. You were a positive influence upon Massey and me. Thanks to you, he was reminded what it means to be a culinarian, and I've come to love my job even more than I already did. All of this was made possible through your cooking. You've taken a humble thing and given it the power to change lives. Thank you, Yo, for being an inspiration to us all, and a belated congratulations for winning the Delmont Day or a more worthy champion there never has been. Yo, you've got to hear this. Since you lost to Yi and left on its journey, Hamastia hasn't sent me a single letter. Not a bloody one. Even when he's not around, he manages to piss me off. In other news, I've begun helping out in the kitchen. It seems to be the most natural thing to do. Just you watch, yo. Next, it'll be me as Umbles that cocksure's whore's son. Do 13 minutes. Man, I love Jog. Although it begs the question, why can't we just run all the fucking time in the city? But anyway, let's start the level 70 quest. I can't guarantee I'll do it for a while, but it's good to know what I need to cook, so. Ah, good timing, lass. Is someone calling us wants to meet our most decorated chef. That's you, you deaf sod. Your sickening modesty aside, your visitor says he's an adventurer what took up cooking on that side. Not unlike your good self. Owing to that, he sees you as something of an inspiration. Any road, be a dear and go say hello, would ye? You'll find him by the dining area, a brawny sort of bloke named Ralph. Ralph. By Ragar, it's really you, the famous Yo son in the flesh. I first heard about you through your adventuring exploits, and I was already plenty impressed. But then I learned you were a renowned culinarian besides, and I knew that I just had to meet you. You see, for a time, I was also trying to make my way as an adventurer and a culinarian both, but it soon became apparent that I was spending my limited talent spreading my limited talent too thin. So I decided to kiss the adventuring life goodbye and took up a post at Miss Renault's cafe at Revenant's Toll. The thing is, with or without distractions, it's not easy to succeed as a chef. It's a crowded profession, as I'm sure you can appreciate, and if I'm to make a name for myself, I can't be making what everyone else is making. Nay, I need to venture into unexplored territory. To that end, I came up with a brilliant idea. I'd incorporate Far Eastern dishes into our menu and cater to the Doman residents of Revenant's Soul. Promising, right? Right? The thing is, brilliant idea or no, it's not easy to learn a foreign cuisine. And Far Eastern is just about as foreign as they come. It's plain I'm going to need help, and of the well-traveled sort, and so I decided to turn to the most accomplished adventuring culinarian I know. You, yo. Now I realize you're a busy woman and we've only just met. If you say no, I won't think ill of you, but if you'd be so kind as to help out a brother, I'll be waiting for you at Revenant's Toll. It's always so confusing. Okay. You came. I didn't have my hopes up, but you really came. To have the help of an accomplished culinarian like you is a dream come true. Thank the 12, and thank you. Without further ado, let's get right to the cooking, is what I like to say, but I still need to decide on a Far Eastern dish to test out. If you could wait a while, I'll look into what Domans have a hankering for. I have connections, so shouldn't be difficult. But until we have the name of the dish, please feel free to go about your business. Again, allow me to thank you for your help, yo. It's a great honor to be able to work with the only person in history to score a perfect 10 in the Del Monte Day, or though I may not be in the same class as you, not even close, I promise to do the best I can to pull my weight. Hello. Nice. What does groundwork do? I'm never gonna use that. Okay. 20 minutes. Still got 10 more minutes of a video. Well, that's useful to fucking have. Yo, good to see you again. Since last we spoke, I've managed to learn a little about the local domain's culinary preferences. Pretty much all of them are sick unto death of bread in their lunches, and they miss nothing more than rice, the staple of their homeland. In particular, they want to eat the steamed stuff made into convenient bowls. The domain name is onigiri, which I'm told roughly translates to honorably squeezed. Well, if it's just a matter of squeezing honorably, I thought I didn't need to trouble you. As a matter of fact, I've already tried my hand at it using rice supplied by an adventuring friend. Was quite pleased with the results too, but then I gave it to the Delmans, and let's just say their opinion of it was as high as my own. I don't know what I did wrong. I made the rice balls exactly as described, but there must be more to it than meets the eye. One thing's for certain though, if I can't squeeze a decent bowl of rice, I don't have a future in Far Eastern cuisine. Here's where I need your help, yo. Polite A people as they are, the Dolmans won't give it to me straight what was wrong with me rice bowls. Do you think you could go and ask them in my stead? It's kind of weird because the Dolmans have already moved out of here in my story. But what the hell? The strapping gentleman's rice balls? While he was kind to make 'em for us, he needs to show the same kindness to the rice. He squeezed his balls with such force, the texture was fairly crushed out of each grain. There's a joke there, but I won't make it. Ah, yes, Master Rolf's rice balls. 'Twas not a terrible first effort, but if I may offer some advice, he would do well to use less water in the cooking and in the shaping. Imagine that he is grasping not only grains of rice, but air as well. I don't remember you. Oh, I need to do, House of the Dead. That's why. What if my FC would be willing? You wish to know what was wrong with the rice balls? Well, there I was, experiencing the taste of home, but it turned out to be utterly foreign. Whatever seasoning was used, it completely masked the natural taste of rice. Not to sound ungrateful, of course. Lower tables would have been nice. Right. I'll be damned. I assumed you squeeze in order to keep the grains together, but it's plainly not that simple. Nor is it enough to simply cook the rice. You need just the right amount of water. As for the taste, I thought that salt alone was dull, so I came up with the brilliant idea of adding a hit of, wait for it, Far Eastern seasoning, to have it called foreigners salt in the wound. Pardon the pun. Well, it seems I got just about everything wrong, but I dare say you'll fare better, yo. While the comments are still fresh in your mind, do you think you could try making some rice balls? I have all the ingredients you need here. Oh, thank God they start doing that. And Pop in there has more of the same. Well met, Goobadan. Popham's a name. I charge over our stores. I've never had the occasion to handle Far Eastern ingredients before, but rest assured, I'm eager to learn. When the rice balls are ready, please bring them outside. I'll go around and gather us some dolmens in the meantime, and this time we'll make sure they leave with smiles on their faces. Bro, it's one ingredient too. Ah, the Stormblood culinary quests are so much better. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. And I hope to see you in the next cooking adventure. Peace.